fundamental theorem of calculus. So it's the math, is what it is, but it's pretty straightforward. So just one way to look at it is, let me turn the highlighter on. So if f of x, basically this relationship, right, which you've seen, we've talked about it, right? If big F is a function and you differentiate it, you get little f, okay? But here's the key down here. Okay, furthermore, so if you have that relationship, then when you integrate f of x from a to b, you just got to take the antiderivative at b and subtract the antiderivative at a. You've probably seen this before in your previous class. Another thing I threw in here was the average value. So basically, if you want the average value of f, the function, you just take that integral from a to b, and then you just divide the whole thing divided by b minus a down here. Okay, so then I pulled in green below an example from the packet you've got. So using that fundamental theorem of calculus, let's evaluate this, right? From 1 to 4. And then you integrate. First term, you get 3x. Second term, you get x cubed over 3 negative. Now remember, you technically would get a constant, right? But for definite integrals, they get canceled out because we're going to evaluate this expression here for 4, and then we're going to subtract for when x equals 1. And you could imagine in both cases down here, there'd be c down here and there'd be c down here, but they get canceled out. So then you crunch all these numbers and you get minus 12 as your answer.